In the heart of London, nestled among the bustling streets of Mayfair, there was a quaint jewellery shop that seemed to whisper stories of a bygone era through its fogged windows and antique display cases. It was owned by Mr. Bartholomew, an elderly jeweller with a reputation for kindness and a knack for crafting exquisite pieces that seemed to capture the very essence of beauty. Among those who roamed the velvet-carpeted floors was Elara, a young woman with ambition flickering in her eyes like the flame of a candle. She worked for Mr. Bartholomew, her fingers deft and quick as they polished gemstones and arranged displays. The old jeweller had taken her under his wing, seeing potential in her keen eye for detail and her passion for the craft. But beneath her veneer of dedication, Elara harboured a darker intent. She was enticed not by the beauty of the jewels, but by their value. She yearned for wealth, for the power and freedom it represented, and she was willing to shatter her moral compass to grasp it. As Christmas neared, the shop became a magical place. Mr. Bartholomew, with his traditional ways, insisted on a grand display to celebrate the season, adorning every surface with garlands and gold. On a particularly rainy evening, as the droplets played their rhythmic dance on the windows, Elara and Mr. Bartholomew stayed late to prepare the shop for the festive days ahead. The sound of the rain muffled the world outside, and as Mr. Bartholomew's back was turned, humming a carol from his youth, Elara's plan unfurled. It was a plan she had been weaving for months, studying the old man's routines and the shop's security. She knew where the cameras were blind, and she knew when the patrols would pass. Everything was meticulously plotted, and her heart was steeled against the shiver of doubt. That night, as Mr. Bartholomew was locking a display case, filled with diamonds that twinkled like stars stolen from the night sky, Elara acted. The details of the act itself were a blur in her memory, a dark smudge of desperation and adrenaline. With Mr. Bartholomew's life extinguished, Elara felt a coldness seep into her bones. She needed to hide the act, to erase any trace of her deed. She moved with a sort of frantic precision, cleaning and arranging, making it appear as if a robbery had taken place. She knew that she had to dispose of the body, to make it disappear into the night as if swallowed by the rain itself. Using her knowledge of the shop's layout, she found a way to move Mr. Bartholomew's body to the basement, where an old incinerator lay, a remnant from the days when the shop produced its own energy. It was a gruesome solution, but one that left little evidence. As the flames consumed the only man who had ever believed in her, Elara felt the final vestiges of her innocence burn away as well. The next morning, the theft was discovered. The police were called, and Elara played the part of the shocked and grieving employee. The investigation turned up nothing conclusive, and with time, the case grew cold. In her dreams, she saw Mr. Bartholomew's kind eyes, and she awoke to the relentless drum of rain against her window, a reminder of the night when she traded her soul for a wealth that brought her no joy. Stay with me for more unbelievable crime cases based on real-life court documents. Never forget, criminals are living with us and crime is everywhere.